this. So to simplify this, we'd apply 6x times 2x to start. And then we do 6x times -5 plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times -5. So we do that. So 6x times 2x, that would just be 12x squared plus 6x times -5, that would be just -30x. And then 3 times 2x is just 6x. And then 3 times -5 is -15. So we get 12x squared minus 24x minus 15. So that's how we would do that one. And you purchased a laptop for $1349, including HST, 13%. What was the amount of HST you paid? So to do this one, you would do $1349 times 13%. And that would be the same as $1349 times 0.13. So you do that one here, $1349 times 0.13. You get 175.37. So that's the amount of HST would pay, 175.37. And then a commissioned salesperson earns 5% on the first $20,000 in sales, 7.5% on the next $10,000, and 10% on the balance. If she sold $38,000 worth of merchandise in 1 month, how much commission did she earn? So 20,000 we'd start with times 5%. Be the same as 20,000 times 0.05. We get $1,000. Next, $10,000 times 7.5% equals 10,000 times 0.075. You would get 750. Then remaining $8,000 times 10%. Get 800. So you add that all up, so it'd be 1,000 plus 750 plus 800. And in this case, you would get in total, you would get 2,550. So that's how you would get that there. And the store marks up its goods by 40% of the cost price. If an item costs $250 to produce, what is the selling price? So we do 250 times 1 plus your 40%. That'd be the same as 250 times 1 plus 0.40, 250 times 1.40. And then when we do that, 250 times 1.40, the answer we would get would be 350. So that's how much we would get for that one. And then what is the simple interest on a loan of $2,500 at an annual rate of 5% for 2 years? So to do this, we would have to do 250 here times 5% times 2. So that would be the same as 2,500 times 0.05 times 2. And then we get 250. So that's how we would get that there. And then convert 1.25% in fraction in lowest forms. So 1.25% will be the same as 1.25 over 1,000. And that'd be 125 over 100,000. If we multiplied the top by 100 and the bottom by 100, we'd get that. And then we divide 125. So what we would do here is we do 125 divided by 125. And then we do 100,000 divided by 125. And then we get 1 over 80. So that's how we would do that one to simplify it. And the next one, question 7, what is 18% of 1450? We do 18% times 1450. That would translate to 0.18 times 1450, and we get 261. So that's how we would do that one. And then for 8, how many years will it take for an investment of $10,000 to grow to $13,000 at a simple interest rate of 5% per annum? So to do this here, we would do 13,000 minus $10,000, get 3,000. And then what we would do here is we just set 3,000 equal to $10,000 times 0.05 times t. And then we rearrange all this, so 3,000 here divided by 10,000 times 0.05. We divide both sides by 10,000 times 0.05. And then we would get our answer here, t equals 6. So that's how we get t equals 6 here. And then 9 here, you invest $15,000 in a GIC for 3 years, a compound annual interest rate of 4%. What will be the value of the investment at the end of the term? So how to do this one? we would use this formula, A equals P times 1 plus R to the T here. And what we'd use is P is 15,000. R is 4%, which is 0.04. T is 3. So we put all that in. A equals 15,000 times 1 plus 0.04 to the exponent of 3. So we do that, and then we would get an amount of 16,872.96 after that period. So that's how we would do that here. So that's how we do that there. And then for 10, a student scored 65%, 78%, and 84% in 3 exams. What average must they achieve in the 4th exam to reach an average of 80%? So how to do this is 80% equals 65% plus 78% plus 84% plus x divided by 4. So we have to do that, and then we have to multiply both sides by 4. So we have to multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of the 4. So 4 times 80% would be 320%. Then we'd be left with 65% plus 78% plus 84% plus x. We do then we bring everything else over to the left side. And then we do that here. We bring everything over, subtract it, and then the answer will be 93%. So that's what you have to do here. And then for the next one here, here solve for x for 11. There was some repeats here, so we'll just delete the repeated part here. And so 7x minus 9 equals 3x plus 15. So what we do is bring all the 7x's, so we bring all the x's to one side, so 7x minus 3x, because if you bring it to one side, another side, it becomes the opposite sign. 15 plus 9, 4x equals 24. 4x divided by 4, 24 divided by 4, x equals 6. So that's how you do that one here. And then this one, yeah, again, is the repeating situation. So it's supposed to be 2x squared minus 3x plus 4x squared plus x. We want to simplify this. So how we do this is we group like terms together. 2x squared plus 4x squared minus 3x plus x. 2x squared plus 4x squared, 6x squared. Negative 3x plus x is negative 2x. So that's how you do that there. And then for 13, 4 pence costs 3.20. What is the cost of 9 pence? So how do you do that is you do 3.20 divided by 4 times 9. That's how you do that. And you get 7.20. So you get 7.20 for that. And then the next one expands. So this was repeated 3 times. 3x plus 2 squared here. 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 equals 9x squared plus 6x plus 6x. So I'll just go through how to do this. So 3x times 3x plus 3x times 2 plus 2 times 3x plus 2 times 2. So it'd be 9x squared plus 6x plus 4. So that's how you do that one. And then 15, solve the system. Again, it's repeated, so we'll just delete everything else here. So it's supposed to be x plus y equals 12, x minus y equals 4. So what we can do here is we can sub 1 in. So we can take the one at the bottom, turn it into x equals 4 minus y. Sorry. So it'd be x equals 4 plus y. Because if we bring the negative y to the right side, it becomes positive. So it'd be x equals 4 plus y. Let's put that into this equation here. So x equals 4 plus y. So 4 plus y. We'll put that in for x plus y equals 12. 4 plus 2y equals 12. 2y equals 12 minus 4. 2y equals 8. 2y divided by 2 equals 8 divided by 2. Y equals 4. So that's how you do that one. And then to get x, you use the x equals 4 plus y equation. X equals 4 plus 4. And then you get 8. So x equals 8. So that's how you do that one. And then the next one, class test scores a mean of 75 and the standard deviation of 5, which scores exactly 1 standard deviation above the mean. So we take the mean, which is 75, and add the standard deviation. So we get 80. That's the answer. And then a coin is flipped 3 times. There's probability of getting exactly 2 heads. So exactly 2 heads here. We would do 3 divided by 2 to the exponent of 3. So 3 divided by 2 times 2 times 2. 3 divided by 8. So that's how we would get that. Which of the following is a qualitative variable? So it would be anything that is non-numeric. Then which measure is least affected by extremes? Median. Median adjusts for outliers, extreme values. So median income is the best measure of the income most people have. So median income is the best thing to look at when you want to know how the economy is doing. And then if 60% of a population supports a new policy, what is the probability that exactly 3 out of 5 people surveyed support it? So to do this here, you would have to do 10 times the 0.6 to the 3 times the 0.4. So 1 minus the 0.6 to the 2 here. And then you would get 10 times 0.216 times 0.16 equals 0.3456. So 34.56% probability.